जय झूलेलाल, जय झूलेलाल ऐं हरिओम सभिनीनि खे। सिंधी हेरिटेज एंड श्री दयाल एन हरजाणी जे तरफ़ां तव्हां सभिनीनि जो स्वागत आहे, स्वागत आहे, स्वागत आहे। संस्कार एपिसोड नंबर 15 ही पेश पिया कयूं असां इरेस पॉवर्टी हांगकांग जे सहयोग सां। संस्कार कनेक्टिंग टू रूट्स ही प्रोग्राम असां तंहिंजे करे शुरू कयो कि अॼु जी तारीख़ में असांजा ॿार ऐं असां पाण बि संस्कारनि खां हटियल आहियूं। उन्हनि खे हिकु दफ़ो वापसि सनातन धर्म जे संस्कारनि सां जोड़ण लाइ ही प्रोग्राम असां हिकिड़ो नंढी पहल चालू कई ऐं असांखे हुन में सुठो इंकरेजमेंट मिलियो आहे। हिन लाइ मां दर्शकनि जो आभारी आहियां। अॼु असांजे प्रोग्राम में श्री श्री गुरु मां गीतेश्वरी देवी दिल्लीअ खां जॉइन थी रहिया आहिनि। मां हुननि जो स्वागत कंदुसि ऐं श्री दयाल एन हरजाणी साहिब खे चवंदुसि कि हू बि स्क्रीन ते अचनि ऐं हुननि जो स्वागत कनि। श्री मां गुरु मां जी खे कनेक्ट कयो।
Guru Ma,
हरिओम।
Hari Om. Can you hear me, Guru Ma? Can you hear me? She can't hear?
No, she is not hearing because she is not wearing, I think, earphone.
Oh. Guru Ma, can you hear me? No, she can't hear. So
Yes.
what should we do? Shows? Guru Ma, can you hear us? You'll have to solve this problem.
रिक्वेस्ट कंदुसि गुरु मां खे कि भले हू पंहिंजी स्पीच चालू कनि अगरि हू ॿुधी सघंदा हुजनि त।
Hari Om. She can't hear. Guru Ma, can you hear us? I think that you put the speakers first.
Yes, yes. तेसी मां रिक्वेस्ट कंदुसि असांजे फर्स्ट स्पीकर डॉक्टर मनीषा खियाणी खे। उहा हांगकांग खां असांजे विच में जुड़ी रहिया आहिनि। डॉक्टर मनीषा खियाणी, वेलकम डॉक्टर मनीषा।
Thank you so much. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Manisha. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dada.
Give us all the, blows you can have. Give it to us. Suck it to us today.
ठीक है। तो मुंहिंजो नालो मनीषा खियानी आहे एंड मां होम्योपैथी प्रैक्टिस कंदी आहियां हांगकांग में एंड मां हांगकांग में लास्ट 6 इयर्स खां रहंदी आहियां एंड मुंहिंजी जाम तहे दिल सां हीअं इच्छा आहे लाइक इट इज़ माय पैशन टू प्रैक्टिस होम्योपैथी एंड तहे दिल सां मां चाहींदी आहियां, कोशिशि कंदी आहियां कि मुंहिंजा सभु पेशेंट्स जेतिरा बि मूं वटि अचनि था पूरी तरीक़े सां ठीकु थियनि। इन जी मां तहे दिल सां कोशिशि कंदी आहियां। So today I would like to give more introduction about homeopathy. What is homeopathy? So let's see. Homeopathy is an alternative system of medicine. It is there from last 200 years and this is a German medicine and this is discovered by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. And it is basically very, very safe and effective medicine. It is very cost-friendly medicine. And I would like to encourage each and every one of you, please try homeopathy and do give your kids also homeopathy because it is very safe, cost-friendly. And we have so many medicines in homeopathy which are kids boosting immunity medicines. So, and if you know this, that it is one of the second most popular medicines in the world today. And over 500 million people all over the world today are using homeopathy. So it is the second largest and fastest growing medicine in the whole world. So homeopathy is so good these days. So what happens exactly when you go to a homeopathic doctor? What happens exactly is homeopathic doctor is going to take a brief, very comprehensive case of yours, and the history is going to be very, very comprehensive for you. So the homeopathic doctor is going to ask you so many questions about your physical health, about your mental health. So the physical health questions will be pertaining regarding your appetite, your stool, your sleep, and the mental health questions will be pertaining to your emotions, your anger, your fear, your anxieties. So basically, who tamajo full nature cover kando hai. Like, how is your nature? So based on this, the homeopathic doctor will give you one particular remedy, which is called as homeopathic similimum. So based on this, all the physical makeup and the mental makeup, the homeopathic doctor will give you one particular remedy, which is called as similimum in homeopathy. So I would like to discuss one more case, which I have treated recently with homeopathy. So there was this kind lady who came to me, and she was in depression. So it's very sad, basically, when somebody has depression, because they cannot talk much, and it's like, it's very difficult for them to tell us about their symptoms, about their sadness. So she told me about her depression, and she was willing to take homeopathic medicine. She came to the clinic. She was very kind, gentle lady. So her physical particulars involved around, like, she liked eating salty things and fruits, and her mental makeup involved around, she was very reserved, kind, gentle, intelligent lady. So she lost her enthusiasm and interest because of depression. She couldn't take care of her children much, and she was not going for her full-time job. So based on this, I analyzed her case completely. So based on that, I gave her one particular remedy in homeopathy after completing the whole history, which takes us around 1.5 to 2 hours. So I gave her the one remedy, which is called as Natrum Muraticum 200C in homeopathy. And over a period of time, she improved. And within 4 to 5 months, she improved completely. So there was a drastic improvement. There was a drastic change in her personality. She overcame her depression, and she became very, a normal person, happy, going out, going for her job regularly, taking care of her children. Her family was back to normal. Everything became so normal in her life. She thanked me and also gave me testimony finally on Facebook. So I would like to encourage each and every one of you that do try homeopathy. Homeopathy not only cures your disease, but it shifts your mental level also. It brings some sort of positivity also. It treats it cures your system, your body completely. It doesn't only palliate your symptoms, but it removes the disease from your body. So homeopathy treats the individual in you, not only the body parts. It treats the individual in you. So I would like to say, just do try homeopathy, trust homeopathy. And मुंहिंजी तहे दिल सां ई इच्छा आहे कि हर घर में हिकु होम्योपैथिक बॉटल ज़रूर हुजणु खपे, because homeopathy is a wonderful science. It's very safe and effective science. And I would like to end on this note.
One question. Homeopathic ॿुधो आहे कि it is थोड़ो असर लेट थी करे. What is the reason?
No. It is the old saying now. Because असांजी हींअर जेकी modern थी वियो आहे, like the upcoming colleges, हिन जी जेकी science develop थी आहे recently from last 10 years. So I graduated in 2007. So from last 1 decade, it has been like complete system of medicine in itself. And तकर में इन जो फ़ाइदो थींदो आहे. Be it fever also. अगर viral fever आहे, high fever आहे, you will see the results within 2 hours.
छोकी मूंखे पंहिंजो माना आहे कि मूंखे अराउंड 22 साल खां अॻु एक्सीडेंट थियो हो, बैक पेन थियो हो, त मूंखे उन में एक्चुअली होम्योपैथी मां वधीक फ़ाइदो थियो. पर थोरो यस बिकॉज़ योर स्लिप डिस्क हुई माना, पर उन में मूंखे होम्योपैथी सां फ़ाइदो थियो आहे.
पर हींअर त तकर में थी वेंदो, because the science has developed.
Because उन टाइम ते मां सम्झा थो रेगुलर आई टेकन मेडिसिन फॉर अराउंड 1 year. उन खां पोइ डॉक्टर चयो भाई कंटिन्यू ॾींहं में 2-4 डोज़ कंटिन्यू वठो. बट second thing, why they are asking to avoid onion and garlics?
Because homeopathic medicines do get antidoted by strong odors.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's an antidote, like the onion and garlic are antidotes to homeopathic medicine. Hence, avoid as much as you can. But अगर तव्हां नथा avoid करे सघो, it's still okay.
बाक़ी 32 कुछ मां हिकिड़ी जगह सेट ॾिठो कि there are 32 bottles in the homeopathy and you can mix with if you know the mixing formula you can mix it and take it for every element. तो हुन जे बारे में थोरो अगर 1 मिनट में इंफॉर्मेशन ॾींदा, what is this?
न एक्चुअली मां न सम्झंदी आहियां ही तरीक़ो सही कोन्हे ॾियण जो.
सही ॻाल्हि. ओके.
न बिकॉज़ होम्योपैथिक जेके मां चयोमांव तव्हांखे कि लाइक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मेडिसिन ही उन में कमु कंदी आहे कि तव्हांजो जेको लाइक द पर्सनैलिटी विच यू हैव बेसिकली we have to define, we have to understand you completely, we have to analyze you. You are a sensitive person or a strong person, what things trigger you, how do you feel better by going out or by talking to someone or by just lying down. These things matter. So these things has to be taken into consideration, and then we can reach to a particular simillimum in homeopathy. Of course, if there's an emergency and you tell me I have a cough, so I won't be taking your complete history. I will give you some particular remedies. But the best way is to see that person as a whole and analyze the case.
I have a question, Dr. Manisha. What about common ailments like cold and cough? Do these require also a personal interview or personal assessment, or it can be given across the board?
No, actually, it also requires personal assessment. But this assessment will be very short, like, 20-25 minutes assessment. So we will inquire more about your, suppose if you have a headache, so I will inquire more about your, the type of headache, in which position you feel better, and are you thirsty or no, and your activity level. These 4 to 5 questions.
Okay.
And based on this, I will give you one remedy. That's it.
But then do you administer tissue salts or only homeopathy?
Only homeopathy.
Nothing to do with biochemic tissue salts.
Biochemic I used to give in India, but in Hong Kong it's not. I'm not giving much. Actually, no.
Any particular reason for that?
No, because my clinic doesn't have this.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you want to borrow from me, I can give you.
Sure.
I have also, and I know from where to get also.
Okay.
Because we have in Kowloon a complete, medicines for all these tissue salts.
Okay.
So let me know if there's anything. And
Yeah.
thank you so much. God bless
Thank you so much.
I hope we are
Thank
very
you very
happy
much.
to have you in
Yes.
Hong Kong. And we hope that you will prosper and do better in Hong Kong.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you for inviting. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, darling.
Yes, मां प्रदीप खे रिक्वेस्ट कंदसि कि अगरि गुरु मां अची वई हुजे त हुननि खे स्क्रीन ते खणनि.
Guru Ma, can you hear us?
Hari Om, Bahu.
Hari Om.
Yes,
Take warm welcome from all of us. Can you hear us? Guru Ma? Hari Om. Again, she's gone. Can you hear us?
मां रिक्वेस्ट कंदसि गुरु मां खे कि हू पंहिंजी अगरि ॿुधंदा हुजनि त स्पीच चालू कर. अॼु गुरु मां असांखे ॿुधाईंदी कि भाई असां हिंदू सिंधी स्पेशली मथो ढके करे छो मंदर में वेंदा आहियूं.
Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. जय झूलेलाल, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय गुरुदेव। ॾाढो सुठो विषय आहे त असीं हिंदू जॾहिं मंदर में वञूं था त मथो छो था ढकियूं? उन जे पुठियां केतिरा ई कारण आहिनि, केतिरा ई रीज़न्स आहिनि। मथो ढकणु हिकु मर्यादा जी निशानी आहे त जॾहिं असीं भॻवान वटि वञूं था त इहा असांजी सभ्यता आहे, मर्यादा आहे। असीं भॻवान खे प्रणाम करियूं था, आसीस घुरूं था। मथो जेको आहे इंसान जो, इहो तमामु इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट आहे बॉडी जो, छो जो जॾहिं ॿारु माता जी गर्भ में अचे थो, सभ खां पहिरीं मथो थो अचे गर्भ में, ऐं मथे में जेको ही ब्रह्म रंध्र आहे, हिनखे चवंदा आहियूं ब्रह्म रंध्र, दसम द्वार, ऐं ही सहस्रार चक्र बि आहे। ॾाढो नाज़ुक पार्ट आहे बॉडी जो। त मथे ढकण सां घणेई फ़ाइदा थियनि था, छो जो प्रकृति में, नेचर में केतिरियूं ॻाल्हियूं अहिड़ियूं आहिनि जो नेगेटिव आहिनि। मथे ढकण सां उहा नेगेटिविटी असांजे अंदरि कान थी अचे, ऐं मच्छरनि खां, बैक्टीरियास खां, ऐं को पत्थर या औज़ार कंहिं प्रकार जी चोट कान थी लॻे। हींअर ॾिसो कोरोना पीरियड में असांखे जेको प्रोटोकॉल ॾींदा आहिनि, ग्लव्स पायो, मास्क पायो ऐं मथो बि ढकियो, छो जो मथे ढकण, छो जो मथे ते अची वायरस वेही थो रहे, इहो बि ज़रूरी आहे त मथो ढकणु, छो जो जेॾी महिल माण्हू पब्लिक में थो वञे, डिस्टेंसिंग पॉसिबल कान्हे, त इहो तमामु ज़रूरी आहे। त मथो ढकणु असां वॉच कयो आहे, ॾिठो आहे, गुरुद्वारे में वेंदा आहियूं, सभ खां पहिरीं इहो ख़्यालु रखंदा आहियूं मथो ढकणो आहे। जेकॾहिं कंहिंखे स्कार्फ कान्हे, को रुमाल कान्हे, त ॿाहिरि बास्केट में हूंदा आहिनि, उतां खणी करे असीं पोइ अंदरि वेंदा आहियूं। त गरुड़ पुराण में लिखियलु आहे त मथे ढकण सां असांजो मन तमामु जल्दी एकाग्र थिए थो भॻवान जी पूॼा में या अनुष्ठान में या हवन में। त इन मथे ढकण जे पुठियां घणी ॿिया बि रीज़न्स आहिनि, लाइक असीं जॾहिं भॻवान खे प्रणाम मथो ढके करे था करियूं, या पूॼा था करियूं, या हवन था करियूं, हिकिड़े प्रकार सां मन में नम्रता जो भाव अचे थो, असीं नम्र थियूं था। वॾनि खे बि जॾहिं असीं मथो ढके था प्रणाम करियूं त असांखे आसीस मिले थी, ऐं इहा असांजी हिकु तमामु सुठो शुभ लक्षण आहे। त चवंदा आहियूं लक्षणनि ते लक्ष्मी ऐं कर्मनि ते कृपा। ॾिसो राजस्थान में बि इहा परंपरा आहे त मथो ढके हलंदा आहियूं, ऐं उते पगड़ीअ जो रवाजु आहे। पगड़ी बि केतिरनि स्टेट्स में आहे, केतिरनि शहरनि में आहे। पगड़ी पाईंदा आहियूं, साफ़ा चवंदा आहियूं, कंहिंखे असांखे सम्मान ॾियणो हूंदो आहे, इज़त ॾियणी हूंदी आहे, त असीं उनखे साफ़ो पाईंदा आहियूं, त उनखे असां हिकु प्रकार सां सम्मानित करियूं था। ऐं ॾिसो मथे में जो मूं तव्हांखे ॿुधायो त हीउ विच जो हिसो तमामु हिकिड़ो डेलिकेट पार्ट आहे। त स्कूटर हलाईंदा आहियूं, टू व्हीलर, त हेलमेट पाइण जो आहे तमामु वॾो रूल, न पाइबो आहे त फाइन लॻंदो आहे। एक्सीडेंट बि थी वेंदो आहे, मथे खे चोट जो अचण जो कम घटि तमामु हूंदो आहे, रीज़न्स हूंदा आहिनि ऐं चांसिस हूंदा आहिनि। त इन प्रकार सां मथे खे ढकण सां जेको चवंदा आहियूं असीं सिंधीअ में त ढक में पर्दे में ई जेको आहे असांजो भलो आहे, त ही पूॼा ऐं अनुष्ठान देवी देवताउनि जो सम्मान जो हिकु तमामु वॾो प्रतीक आहे। त ही केतिरनि, जीअं मूं तव्हांखे ॿुधायो, टोपी पाईंदा आहियूं, महाराष्ट्र में हूंदा आहिनि त टोपी पाईंदा आहियूं। भॻवान खे बि असीं क्राउन पाईंदा आहियूं, ऐं भॻवान खे ताज पाईंदा आहियूं, मुकुट पाईंदा आहियूं। राजा महाराजनि खे बि पहिरीं क्राउन्स हूंदा आहिनि। इवन नाउ जेके वॾियूं वॾियूं हस्तियूं हूंदियूं आहिनि, त इन नमूने सां असीं उन्हनि जे मथे ते जेको कुझु रखूं था, हिकु प्रकार सां असीं उन्हनि खे रेस्पेक्ट करियूं था, हुननि जो मान शान वधायूं था। त हीअ असांजी परंपरा अॼु जी कान्हे का, सदियुनि जी परंपरा आहे। देवी देवताउनि में ॾिसो त देवताउनि खे बि असां कंहिं न कंहिं नमूने श्रृंगार में इहे मुकुट पाईंदा आहियूं। ऐं देवियुनि माताउनि जे बि मथे ते असीं कपिड़ो ढकींदा आहियूं। त ही असांजी हिंदू सभ्यता त आहे, पर केतिरनि ॿियनि ज़ातियुनि में बि अथव। ॾिसो क्रिश्चनिटी में बि वञूं, शादी में बि उन्हनि जे मथे ते क्राउन हूंदो आहे। त अहिड़े नमूने मस्जिद में वञो, टोपी पाईंदा आहिनि, मथो ढके ई पोइ नमाज़ पढ़ंदा आहिनि। त असांजो हिंदुनि जो त तमामु सनातन धर्म आहे ऐं सदियुनि खां युगनि खां हलंदो थो अचे। त हीअ तमामु झूनी परंपरा आहे। त मां वधीक टाइम सम्झां थी, मूं वठी छॾियो आहे। त मथे ढकण सां असांखे घणेई फ़ाइदा आहिनि जो असांजे वेदनि शास्त्रनि असांखे ॿुधाया आहिनि। त इहा हिकिड़ी इज़त जी निशानी, रिस्पेक्ट जी निशानी ऐं आसीस वठण जो तमामु सुठो तरीक़ो आहे। त मां तव्हां सभिनी जी महिरबानी मञां थी। भाऊ दयाल हरजानी, भाऊ बाबलानी, नारायण बाबलानी ऐं भेण मोनिका गोकलदास, तव्हां सभिनी जे एफर्ट सां मूंखे मौक़ो ॾिनो आहे त कुझु शब्द मां तव्हांजी शेवा में रखी सघी आहियां। तव्हां सभिनी खे मां नमन करियां थी, छो जो नमन करण बि हिकु गीता में जीअं भॻवानु चयो आहे, जॾहिं असीं नमन करियूं था त असांखे आसीस मिले थी। ऐं असीं सभु भॻवान जूं ई परम प्यारी आत्माऊं आहियूं। त गुरु महाराज खे सभिनी खे नमन करे मां तव्हां सभिनी खे जय श्री कृष्ण, जय झूलेलाल करियां थी। जय श्री कृष्ण, जय गुरुदेव, जय झूलेलाल, झूलेलाल बेराई पार।
श्री दयाल हरजाणी साहब अगरि हुजनि त उन्हनि खे स्क्रीन ते खणंदा त हू ॿ अखर ॻाल्हाईंदा।
Guruma, Hariom. Guruma, can you hear me? Guruma cannot hear me. She can only hear you. Why is like this? She cannot hear me. So, to ask her a question, maybe you can ask her on my behalf. Narayanji, can you ask the question to Guruma? Guruma, can you hear me? No. Guruma, can you hear me? Hello? No. She cannot hear.
कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा।
Can you hear me? No, Narayanji, can I ask you the question? Hello? Narayanji,
ये 10 मिनट का टाइम था, वो दे दिया।
Guruma, ताईं ॿुधई सघो था मूंखे? No. I think we'll have to go off. I wanted to wish you, but you cannot hear me. ताईं ॿुधी सघो था मूंखे, Guruma?
कुझु
Narayanji,
नेटवर्क इशू हो, मुंहिंजो पाण नेटवर्क बंदि थी वियो हो।
can you ask her? Can you ask her that why is it important? Why is it not important for the woman to cover their hair when they go out? Because now there is bacteria in the air, COVID droplets are there in the air. So why is it not practical to not cover the head while they go out?
भाई दादा पुछनि था, तव्हां ॿुधी रहिया आहियो? गुरुमा, तव्हांखे ॿुधणु अचे थो? न, हुननि खे ॿुधण ई कान थो अचे। इट्स बेटर वी कैन कंटिन्यू विथ असांजे अनदर गेस्ट सां गॾु। अॼु असांजे विच में श्रीमती रानी मोरियानी जी जॉइन थी रहिया आहिनि। शी इज़ इवेंट मैनेजर। ऐं अॼु असांखे उहा वेडिंग्स जी जेके रिचुअल्स असांजूं हलंदियूं आहिनि हुननि खे नए नमूने सां कीअं हू पेश कंदी आहे हुन बारे में असांखे इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर कंदी। श्रीमती रानी मोरियानी हांगकांग खां। शी इज़ इवेंट मैनेजर एंड उहा सुठा इवेंट्स मैनेज कंदी आहे। मां हुननि जो वेलकम कयां थो। वेलकम।
Hari
जय
Om,
झूलेलाल।
Jai Lal.
Honey, honey, welcome. Good
Thank you.
luck to you, and I hope you will give it to us in all your, intelligence and intellectual way. You can explain us why certain customs are not so good, and why they are superstitious, and what we should carry forward to the newer
Ji,
generation. So we'll wish you good luck. I'll just go in the background.
Ji. Thank you,
Good luck.
uncle.
Yeah.
And मां सिंधी ॻाल्हाईंदी आहियां, सिंधी सम्झंदी आहियां, and पर it's easier for me to speak in English because मां English
No
में
problem.
सोचंदी आहियां.
Okay,
But
okay.
I would like to say that I'm a very proud Indian Sindhi and very proud of our culture. असांजो culture ॾाढो rich आहे. असांजो culture is one of the oldest civilization, and we have always we have a lot of customs and rituals which are scientific, and at the same time many things over time is it should be made redundant because times are sub evolve थींदा आहिनि, sub upgrade थींदो आहे, right? Like we upgrade over time, our iPhones upgrade, our phones, our computers upgrade. I believe our rituals also need to upgrade um, in this time and age, especially with the youngsters. I've been working with so many people during weddings. There's so many questions they have. They are just blindly following because it's been there since before. So, before we get into that, I would like to actually come to the scientific part of our rituals. So, the reason why we do certain things, which we should be doing, it's not just for fun, it's actually a lot of deep meaning behind it. So especially for the bride, it's so stressful during that time. They have this thing called sola shringar, which actually comprises of different jewelry which the girl wears. But why does she have to wear all this? There's a whole science behind it. For example, when we wear bangles, so the bangles are good for blood circulation. When we put haldi, you see, across all different Indian customs, not just us Sindhis, in so many different Indian castes also, they apply haldi as part of the wedding rituals. So, because haldi has antiseptic properties, it is medicinal in their properties. It helps to clear the skin, to give a glow. Of course, nowadays everybody is at the spa, so we don't really need that as a ritual. But yes, to respect, we must follow, and we should do certain things to keep our roots, to connect to our roots. Definitely. Um, Mehndi. So many people apply mehndi, and it's not just Indians. It's across Middle East, Southeast Asians. So many cultures also put mehndi just before the wedding. The reason? It's very cooling to the system. It helps to calm the nerves. And when a bride is about to get married, she is so tensed about so many things. She's going through so many emotions. She has to leave her parents' house and then go into something new. It will be nerve wracking for many people. So the mehndi we apply also helps to calm that down. It's cooling to the system. The haldi, yes, for the boy and the girl both. Now, we have a tradition in our Sindhis, which is washing the feet of the groom when he comes to pick up the bride. Now, this is something which is very important part of the rituals according to our elders, and we must respect that. Yet I can tell you, I have brides and grooms who are very uncomfortable in this day and age, who feel, why should a bride feels, why should my father bend down when we are equal, we all are equal. So then why should my father bend down to my future husband? And the elders feel it's a ritual, it's been being done for years, thousands of years, and we should continue doing that. So the way we manage to do that is we keep the essence, and yet we can evolve that. Small things like that. So instead of bending down all the way, washing feet with milk and water, what we now do is, I've worked with a couple of Maharajas. Our own Hong Kong Maharaj, Jai Maharaj, has done this many times with us. Um, they will take a rose or any kind of flower. They will just sprinkle some milk and some water on the groom's feet. That way, you maintain the sanctity of the ritual, you maintain the essence of it, yet you evolve. And there are many things we have to question ourselves. Why are we following? What is it we are following? What is the reason why we are doing? You see, there can only be faith or fear. If there's fear, there's no love or faith in there. So, whatever we do, we must question it. Lord Buddha also became Lord Buddha after questioning a lot of things. And it's time that we also question a lot of things and see what can we do which can help. We must keep, I'm not saying we shouldn't, we must keep our culture going on because this is what is connected to us. Another very interesting point I would like to bring to everybody's attention: we Sindhis lost our land. So what happened is everybody scattered all over the world, and everyone in India especially went to different places all over India. So what happened is, from memory, they remembered some rituals and they adapted. We are known to be very adaptive in our nature. We are resilient as human beings. So what happened is, this is something I've noticed. And yes, when we do weddings, the first thing I tell our clients, what is it that your family observes so we can help you do that. You see, um, there is there is certain tradition which every family does, which we must respect, and I will follow. However, I must bring this to everybody's attention also that we adapted to a lot of things. Somebody saw another person doing something, somebody saw another person doing something, added that on. And that is the reason no Sindhi family has the same traditions. Every Sindhi family has a different tradition. And we have to learn with them every time I do a wedding. What is it in your family? What is it in your family? So we follow that. However, I have also noticed, like Sagri, which is a very Sindhi occasion, I would say. We Sindhis have been doing Sagri for how many years? And now it's become a fashion. You see Sagri being done, which is called Fulo Ka Gehna. It is there all over in the market because it looks so beautiful. It is selling very well. The Punjabis, the Gujaratis, everybody is following that. And our Sindhi culture has been adapted in today's age in other cultures. The same way when we lost our land, the same thing we adapted of other cultures. And that is why every Sindhi family has a different custom, which we will respect, yes, and we will do. At the same time, it is time to question, are these necessary? A small example, we do Navgari Ghari Puja. Now, Navgari Puja, I am all about Havan because science has it that sound vibration, it is real. So, Havan, Puja, all these things are beautiful. But there's so many customs which we can get away with. We don't have to do when we have a Ghari Puja, especially when we do destination weddings, we are on a time crunch. So we can do the necessary things, and then what is not necessary, we can try to see where can we cut it out.
You're right. I think she lost network.
Rani,
Ji, uncle.
you were mentioning, we were discussing the other day about
Ji.
Enner. Can you say something about the Enner?
Yes. So the Ghari Puja traditionally, um, in Sindh, the mothers of the groom and the bride had to take water. You see, that time we were not in a modern civilization, so you had to take fresh water from the well. So the mothers had to wake up during Amrit Vela time, take the matka, go to the well, go to the river also, I must say, and take the fresh water. Now, middle of the night, it's a bit scary, obviously, for women, even in this day and age sometimes. So the Enner was there as a bodyguard behind her, holding the candle, the dio actually, to take her from the river back to where the wedding is taking place. Now today we have light, we have we take the water from the bottles. We don't go to the well, we don't go to the river to do that. So something like that, it was very symbolic that time to do that. Today we could cut it short, in my opinion.
What else do you think can be cut? What do you think that comes under the jurisdiction of superstition? Any
So
other thing that you have in mind, or you want to do it some other time?
I mean, it is such a vast topic, and we can always do that. But a lot of things I would like to say is, um, in the past, it was a very patriarchal society. So a lot of
Hmm.
customs were based on boys' side doing, asking, or the girl side going out of their way to do things for the boys' side, which, if you call it a custom, it feels a burden. But if you say a wish, then it's up to them if they want to continue doing that or not. But the change has to start with us. We have to change it. The change begins with us, you see. So this is something, if somebody wakes up and decides this has to stop, we won't do this, we don't need all these extra things. And if I may say, the give and take sometimes can be very stressful for parents. I'm talking from being a daughter, and I've done so many weddings also, where the brides also feel stressed about it. So don't mind us saying, but if our elders can make a change, because it is not necessary, there is no such thing, and it's not written in any Vedi Vedan, okay, we need to do this. This is something a lot of times have been created, man-made.
Sometimes I wonder, we'll probably ask this to Maharaj Sharma, that why the girl has to change the name. Why the boy doesn't change? This is something curious to know.
We
There is
had
a logic and science behind it. So I
Yeah,
want to study
we had
this.
a session, we
So
did
next
a
time we will invite you, and
G.
we'll have more questions. So you prepare yourself. So next time we give to the viewers more scientific evidence of what is correct and should be carried forward with confidence and with reality.
G, like the Fairas, our Fairas also, fire is something which is revered across all religions. Fire is something which sustains us. So going around the fire actually helps, because fire purifies the environment.
Mm.
That's one thing.
True.
According to Ayurveda, our according to Ayurveda, our digestive system also has Agni. So fire is like god of fire. That is very sacred. It sustains us. It's there for cooking. The sun also is fire, and it's the most important, god in so many religion. You know, there's so many things I love about our culture, and I'm a big Ganesh lover. We always start with Ganesh. I always make sure that whenever we have any decor for weddings, we start with the Ganesh at the reception or something, because not just Lord, okay, we Sindhis and Indians believe Lord Ganesh is the remover of obstacles, but in feng shui also, And in a lot of other cultures, the elephant symbolizes protection, strength, good luck. It's all interlinked. End of the day, we are all interlinked. So there are a lot of things which have so much beautiful meaning, which I would love to explore some other time. For this time, I would like to leave the audience with food for thought that what is it that you would like to change? Because we do a lot of things because it's been done over the years, but it's about time we make the change, and the change can only come from us.
Very good. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Rani. We'll see you next time. We'll get you. I'm sure
Thank
Narayan also is very curious to know what is all this information about. So take care.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, without Ganpati, no puja. But हिकिड़ी ॿी ॻाल्हि ॿुधायां,
जी.
गणपति जी पूजा पहिरीं जल सां थींदी आहे, माना विदाउट झूलेलाल नो पूजा.
Okay.
True.
Yes. Many times
ठीक
we
है,
start Berano. The first occasion is Berano. Many times in our
बिकॉज
cities.
काई बि पूजा कंदासीं त पहिरीं जल खपे, ऐं जल
जी.
जो देवता आहे झूलेलाल.
जी.
अॼु असां हवन चालू कंदा आहियूं त पहिरीं आचमन थींदो आहे, भई अखियुनि जो आचमन कयो, हथनि जो आचमन कयो, मथे ते पाणी छंडियो. त गणेश खां पहिरीं कलश खपजंदो आहे, कलश बि पाणी सां भरींदा आहियूं. त
जी.
माना गणपति जी जेतिरी अहमियत आहे ओतिरी अहमियत असांजे वरुण देवता झूलेलाल जी बि आहे.
G, and definitely, uncle, water is a
Yes.
universal purifier.
Yes, yes.
Water is a universal purifier. What without water, we can't live for too long. Air, of course.
Yes.
Food, without food, you can live for a few days. Without water, you can't live for too many hours also. So water is very important, and our Isht Devta is Saint Juvenal. So definitely, um, I
Great.
agree with what you say.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Rani
Thank
ji,
you for having
for
me.
your kind information and sharing the तव्हां अहिड़ो सुठो असांखे शेयरिंग करे ॿुधायो रिगार्डिंग द वेडिंग रिचुअल्स. तव्हां नेक्स्ट टाइम असांखे थोरो वधीक इंफॉर्मेशन ॾींदा, अहिड़ी
Ji,
असांजी इच्छा आहे.
ji,
ज़रूरु.
thank you.
थैंक यू, धन्यवाद.
Thank
मां रिक्वेस्ट कंदुसि असांजे विच में मिसिस शोभा नियालाणी जी खे, हू अॼु असांखे असांजो जेको 7000 साल पुराणो इतिहास आहे मोहन जो दड़ो, दुनिया में वधीक पुराणो, सभिनीनि खां जेको पुराणी सभ्यता ऐं संस्कृति आहे उहो असांजी सिंधु सभ्यता आहे, ऐं उनजो जीतो जाॻंदो उदाहरण आहे मोहन जो दड़ो. त
जी
अॼु शोभा जी असांखे हुन जे बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन ॾिनी. वेलकम शोभा जी.
हरिओम. थैंक यू. सभिनी खे मुंहिंजो नमस्कार आहे. मां शुक्रगुज़ार आहियां सिंधी संस्कार जे ऑर्गेनाइज़र्स खे जो हिन प्लेटफॉर्म ते ॻाल्हाइण जो मौक़ो मिलियो आहे, ख़ासि करके मोहन दाड़ो जे बारे में जो इट्स क्वाइट माय फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट. पहिरीं आई वांट टू शेयर अ वेरी रेलेवेंट कोट. सिंध जे बिना सिंधी ऐं सिंधु नदी जे बिना सिंध थी नथो सघे. Sindhu is derived from two words, sim mana शहर and dhu mana pani. Sindh has flourished because of Sindhu Nadi. Asanjo desh Sindh jeko aahe. So it has grown and developed because of the Sindhu river. In modern times, it is known as the Indus River. हज़ारनि सालनि खां वठी सिंधु नदी असांजे ancestors खे sustain and nourish कयो आहे. तंहिंजे करे फर्स्ट मां सिंधु नदी माता खे प्रणाम थी कयां. तव्हां सभिनी खे शायदि ख़बर हूंदो that the Sindhu Nadi or Indus river दुनिया में one of the longest rivers आहे. You may have heard of the Indus Valley civilization. Many of you have read about it in school and probably forgotten it. Indus Valley was one of the three early civilizations along with Mesopotamian and Egyptian. The Indus Valley civilization stretched from present-day northeast Afghanistan to Pakistan and to northwest India. This civilization, which is also known as Harappan, is among the most fascinating and mysterious cultures in history. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were two great cities of the ancient world. Today I will share about Mohenjo-daro, jita asanje Sanskriti ji shuruat thi hai. This 5,000-year-old city was discovered on the banks of the Indus River in present-day Larkana district of Sindh, Pakistan. The ruins were discovered before partition in 1922 by an officer of the Archaeological Survey of India. After the excavations of this site in 2016, archaeologists came to the conclusion that the Indus Valley civilization in Mohenjo-daro is the oldest civilization in the world. It is currently protected as a heritage site by UNESCO. However, the interesting part, there are some mysteries surrounding Mohenjo-daro. हिन शहर जे पुठियां घणेई राज आहिनि जेके आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट एंड हिस्टोरियंस अञा ताईं सॉल्व नथा करे सघनि. मां तव्हांखे कुझु अजीब एंड फैसिनेटिंग फैक्ट्स ॿुधायां थी हिन एंशियंट सिटी जे बारे में. Mohenjo-daro जो मतलब आहे Mound of the Dead, and it is accepted name of this city. However, केतिरा archaeologists and cryptologists anya clearly confirm natha kare sagan that this is the actual name. The inscriptions that they have found on relics and artifacts have not yet been deciphered, and experts are still trying to understand and decipher them. This is quite amazing fact. Another fascinating fact is that Mohenjo-daro was considered to be the most developed and advanced city in the world. The design and layout of the 5,000-year-old city has intrigued architects and archaeologists. Mohenjo-daro had the world's first drainage systems. It was an ingeniously designed method of getting rid of wastewater, and the historians believe that no one had created such an intricate and well-planned drainage system in that time. Besides that, the city was well developed with proper streets and roads. Over 700 wells were discovered, which gave access to clean water to the residents of Mohenjo-daro. A variety of buildings were built to 2 floors high. The structures were constructed of equally sized bricks, accurately positioned to create walls and homes with rooms. Speaking of bricks, an amazing fact is that in the late 1800s, when the British were constructing the railway system in India, there were workers digging at these ancient sites. They came across these perfectly sized bricks, and unknowingly, they used them in the construction of the railway system. They had not realized that they were actually using ancient artifacts. Fascinating, isn't it? Another interesting fact here. Mohenjo-daro mein about 40,000 manu raunda ha. It is believed that they were peace-loving people. No weapons of any kind were discovered in the ruins. They lived a cultured and evolved lifestyle. At the excavation sites, many unusual relics were found. I think you saw some of those pictures. They looked like carved dice and flat stones with grids, suggesting they played a game similar to chess. Imagine that. Mohenjo-daro jo khasiyat hai jeke gold and ivory ornaments ladotan. Even copper and other metals were found that were intricately carved into beautiful jewelry. Garai necklaces, bracelets, kangar, and they are beautiful relics and artifacts ladotan. The design, polishing, and finishing can be compared to modern jewelry. Archaeologists and experts, Vaira they were amazed that the Mohenjo-daro residents had the skills and the tools to create such fine and elaborate pieces of jewelry over 5,000 years ago. Quite intriguing, don't you think? Mohenjo-daro je vasiyon tamam enterprising hunda ha. They were traders and would travel to Mesopotamia by sea. Standardized weights, measures, scales have been found in the ruins. evidence that the citizens had an organized system of trade. Sculptures and other artifacts from Mohenjo-daro have been found in Mesopotamia. These discoveries are likely evidence of trade between the two civilizations. The people of Mohenjo-daro probably exported cotton, perhaps in exchange for minerals, precious stones, or other goods. Artifacts such as golden seals and relics have been found with inscriptions and designs of ships and domestic animals. So this is clear proof that Mohenjo-daro traders used to trade with other people in other parts of the world too. He Ajajib Sindhi jo khasiyat hai. Sindhis are extremely enterprising people and they travel far and wide to explore business opportunities. And finally, another interesting fact is that the destruction of the city of Mohenjo-daro is not very clear. Apparently, experts claim that the city went into decline around 1700 BC, about 1,000 years after it was built. The reason behind the decline of Mohenjo-daro is still unknown. It could have been an earthquake or flood, or some even say, stretching the imagination, an atomic bomb destroyed the city. Why did they make such wild claims? Because radiation was found in the skeleton remains discovered there. Some other experts suggest that the direction of the Sindhu River shifted over the city over the years and could have flooded the city. The houses fell apart and the city was buried under dirt and sand. Scientists are still clueless about the reason for Mohenjo-daro's sudden extinction. With that thought, I leave you to reflect on the amazing, fascinating city of Mohenjo-daro. The Indus Valley civilization was born in Sindh, which was rich in culture and heritage. We should take pride in our ancestral roots. Thank you, Jai Jhulelal.
Thank you very much for nice information about our Mohenjo-daro.
Yes.
Dada, any question?
Yeah, I want to give you some information that will be good for all of you, all the viewers.
Yes.
Well, that was very
Please
good.
share.
Good explanation.
Thank you.
And I'm very
Thank
proud
you.
of you. But do you know the word Harappa? What does it mean? This I found out after I wrote my book, Sindhi Roots and Ritual. Hara means Shiva and Appa means father. So we have been followers of Lord Shiva since thousands of years. And that we come under the jurisdiction of Tantra Yoga, Tantra scriptures. Vedas and Tantras have fused together to form what you call today's Hinduism. So Harappa is the name of Lord Shiva. Now coming to Mohenjo-daro, the real name nobody knows. The real name is not Mohenjo-daro. जॾहिं 1922 में ही सभु विया हुते एक्सकवेशन्स ते त जेके सिंधी पारे में इहे रहिया पिया हुआ त उन्हनि चयो भई हुते न वञो कि मोहन जो दर आहे मोहन जो दर आहे हिते न वञो त अंग्रेज़नि खे सम्झो ही मोहन जो दर जो नालो आहे त मूंखे असांजे मथां टोपी लॻाए चयो न दिस इज मोहन जो दरो हाणे आहे मोहन जो दरो मोहन जो दर माण्हुनि चयो पर हिननि वरी टोपी लॻाए असांखे चयो ही मोहन जो दरो so मोहन जो दरो नालो कोन्हे इट्स जस्ट अ रेफरेंस नेम
It's a reference because the British did not understand.
Nobody is able to decipher the script of Mohin.
Right.
I'll just tell you. Asanjo word das and mal. These are from the time of Mohenjo-daro's time.
Indus Valley.
They used to give reference to mal and das. More, of course, more in my book, but there's not enough time for that. So we leave it at that, and we'll proceed for the next program. What do we have online?
Yes. I'd just like to add there's a lot of fascinating facts of this information in Dada Dayal's book, and more details can be found there and pictures.
I just want to add one more for the viewers. जॾहिं असांखे जेके सप्त we were having 5 rivers. One of them was Saraswati. See, in
Saraswati.
Vedas, Veda mention is made of Saraswati river, which has completely dried. And this has dried up roughly about 3000 to 4000 BC. Now, when that happened, people started shifting toward the Gangetic plain. The Sabvaya Unapas, Gangetic plain. And Mathe, Afghanistan. Vagere. So that is how, when the bed of the Saraswati dried up, and River Sindhu has been a very frivolous river. It has always changed track, and the mouth of the river has been always changing from Khatta to Karachi and things like that. So, because of these reasons, we had this problem of mass, disappearance. So anyway, let us do what we can do, and let us appreciate the legacy and follow our Sindhi culture and Sanskriti to the best. Thank you, Shobha.
Yes, agree.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
मां रिक्वेस्ट कंदुसि श्री दयाल हरजाणी साहब खे कि अॼु जे बारे अॼु पंहिंजे मन जी बात असां सां शेयर कनि श्री दयाल हरजाणी
नारायण जी
हाँ जी
मन की बात खाली
हाँ जी yes,
कोई
yes.
घणा ख्याल आहिनि पहिरीं त I wanted to wish
Yes, sir.
Guru Ma with a poem, rather doha जेके मां चवंदो आहियां भई रूहानी गुलदस्तो. Whether she can hear or not, maybe
Yes,
she'll
yes, yes.
later on.
Yes.
This is a warm welcome to her with this present from Sindhi Heritage and the viewers, which says, and which should do well for all the bhaktas. जेके भक्त आहिनि, spiritual भक्त आहिनि, उन्हनि जे लाइ सुठो आहे मैसेज. त चवे थो, भक्ति का जब रंग चढ़ा, भक्ति का जब रंग चढ़ा, तो नैन के बूंद में शब्द समाया, नैन के बूंद में शब्द समाया. अब जीभ घसाकर क्या करूं, अब जीभ घसाकर क्या करूं, नूर में मेरा रब फरमाया.
Wow.
This doha I wanted to offer Guruma, but unfortunately, we could not connect. But I hope you will be able to convey to her this particular poem, or rather doha from my heart. Coming to Man Ki Baat, actually मूंखे कंप्लेन मिली आहे दादी वटां ऐं टोक पिया मिलनि. जॾहिं खां असां चालू कयो आहे, it's become a problem for us. Dadi, I want to change the name from Man Ki Baat to Tick and Tok and Dadi Calling. And this is what Dadi Calling was there. त मूंखे फोन कई दादी, चई अथई जॾहिं खां तव्हां ॿिन्ही चालू कयो आहे संस्कार प्रोग्राम, तव्हां त असां सॼी दुनिया जो मथो खाई छॾिया आहियो. भाभी दादी छो? चई अथई सीरियस ॻाल्हियूं पिया करियो ऑल द टाइम. मुंहिंजो पोइ छा करियूं? चई तव्हां पहिरीं चयो असांखे भई दादा वासवानी चई वियो हो that the greatest sense of in a human being is sense of humor. पोइ तव्हां चयो भई living without humor is like living with a tumor. मुंहिंजा हा. पोइ तव्हां चयो भई सॼी दुनिया में असीं केतिरी क्लब था खोलियूं. त मुंहिंजो केतिरी छा थींदो आहे? चई उहो भई खिलाए ऐं खाराए. त छो न था असांखे खिलायो? त हाणे ॿुधायो असांखे कहिड़ी अथई स्टोरी ॿोरी था ॿुधायो असांखे. त मूं चयो कहिड़ी स्टोरी ॿोरी ॿुधायूं? चई पुट जेको दिलि सां लॻे. त मूं चयो दादी हाणे मां मुंझी पियो आहियां, हाणे तव्हांखे खिलणो बि आहे ऐं दिलि सां बि लॻणो आहे, त मां कहिड़ी तव्हांखे स्टोरी ॿुधायां. मूं त पाण वञी पंहिंजो गानो तव्हांजे लाइ सिलेक्ट कयां भई कीअं रिझायां कीअं सम्झायां, या त मां पंहिंजो नओं किताबु लिखां भई हाउ टू सेटिस्फाई सिंधी. चई न बाबा तूं हाणे ॿुधाए त सही कुझु. त मूं चयो ठीकु आहे, हिकिड़ी ॻाल्हि आहे यादि पई पए बॉम्बे एयरपोर्ट जी ॻाल्हि। मुंहिंजी अॻियां हिकिड़ी दादी बीठी हुई, ॾाढी गुस्से में हुई, ॾाढी भड़कियल हुई। त अहिड़ो चई, हिते छा बोरनि जो दुकान आहे या ॿेड़ीअ ॿुढा? मां हिते हेतिरो वक़्तु स्टैंडिंग वेठी करियां, कहते इधर बाबा कोई सुनता बुनता है क्या? सिंधी ऑलवेज टॉक इन टर्म्स ऑफ राइमिंग। अरे इधर कोई सुनता बुनता है क्या? तो हुतां आवाज पियो अचे, मैडम मोदी जी ने नोटबंदी कर दिया है, सबका बंसी बच गया है। तो चई बेरिए बूढ़ा, तो वो कैश वैश नहीं लेगा क्या? चई नहीं, अभी कैश नहीं लेगा। तो बोला कार्ड वार्ड लेगा क्या? मेरे पास बड़ा अच्छा भाई ऊंचा कार्ड है, वीजा कार्ड, दुबई से लेके आई है। चाहिए वो ठीक है, कार्ड चलेगा। ठीक है, बोला कौन सा विक्सी विक्सी है तुम्हारे पास? चाहिए आपको कौन सा चाहिए? चाहिए वे झोनसा वाला, ये वे माई लेके गई। तो वो मुंशी भी हो, चाहिए यार मैडम ये झोनसा वाला क्या है? ये मेरा पारसी का दुकान थोड़ी है, ये तो ड्यूटी फ्री शॉप है। झोनसा वाला क्या होता है? और वे बोलती है वो क्या? वे माई जो छद तलुडा हांगकांग से आई है, वो कौन सा विस्की लेके गई? चाहिए ओ मैडम, वो छद तलुडा तो महंगा रॉयल सैल्यूट लेके गई है, वो बहुत महंगा है। तो वो बोला कोई सस्ता बस्ता देता है क्या मेरे को विक्सी? जी सस्ता बस्ता तो कुछ नहीं है। तो फिर बड़ा उसको याद पियो, ठीक है मेरे पति ने बोला वो जो दो कुत्ते वाला है ना जो ब्रांड, वो दे दो। जी दो कुत्ते वाला ब्रांड क्या है? अरे बाबा वो ब्लैक डॉग है क्या? अरे मेरी बूढ़ा तुम ब्लैक डॉग क्यों बोलता है? उधर तो अच्छा कुत्ता है और काला भी कुत्ता है, तो क्यों नहीं बोलता ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट डॉग? खाली ब्लैक डॉग करता है तुम। नहीं मैम साहब, ब्लैक डॉग आउट ऑफ स्टॉक है। बोला वोडका वोडका है क्या? चाहिए हाँ, तुम लोग सिंधी लोग आजकल फैशन है ना, उधर ग्रे गूस पीता है। तो मां पुछिया उस मुझे वरी ये कुछ राइमिंग करे ऐं वरी कुछ करे, तो मुझे दादी तई ग्रे गूस छॾियो, अलाए वरी तई राइम कंदा त कहिड़ो आवाज़ निकिरंदो। स्पिरिट ऑफ वोडका वठो। मूंखे ॾिसी शूके ते नारे चई सिनेमा कंहिंजे चाचे जो नालो आहे? मूं चयो दादी ही रशियन वोडका आहे, ॾाढो सुठो आहे, वठी वञोसि। त चई ठीकु आहे, तो बोतल ॾियो। सुबुह आयो बिल खणी आयो, बिल बॉटल खणी आयो। तो चई मेम साहब आपको 40% डिस्काउंट। चई क्यों भाई, आपने इतना तकलीफ देखा है? चई सच्ची बची? उन्होंने कहा हाँ सच्ची, पर मैडम सच्ची तो मालूम है कि बच्ची क्या होता है। तो मूंखे टर्न कई, चई तई हांगकांग में आयो न? हाँ मुझे दादी मां हांगकांग में आया। हाँ लॻो पिया दर्जी पिया लॻो, पेन ऑर्डर वारा दर्जी। हाणे मां त सच्ची हिनखे ॿुधायां थी, तई वञी बची ॿुधायोसि छा थींदो आहे। तो असां सिंधियुनि जो राइम सां ॻाल्हाइण थो थिए। सो दादी मेरी जो स्टोरी मूं तव्हांखे ॿुधायो। नेक्स्ट टाइम अगरि दादी फोन कंदी मूंखे त मां तव्हांखे अहवालु ॾींदुसि दादी जो। पर अॼु मां एंडिंग कंदुसि हिकिड़े वेरी इम्पोर्टेंट। असां 15 मंत्र तव्हांखे सेखारिया आहिनि, राइट? त हाणे मंत्र जी स्टोरी थी वई पूरी। Anytime anybody wants to refer, they can call us or refer to us and we can send it to them. Now today I want to start what you call module Dil Se. I'll start with one important point. Module Dil Se yani ki Dil mana divinity in living and Se mana spiritual enlightenment and stress elimination. ही मूंखे ज्ञान आयो बैंगलोर में, मां होस्ट जॾहिं डॉक्टर देवी शेट्टी वटि, उन टाइम ते ही ज्ञान थोरो आयो त मूं ही लिखियो आहे त पहिरीं पहिरीं जेको आहे, there are 5 noble truths, 5 Ds, 5 Yama and 5 Niyama. त अॼु 20 एपिसोड में मां हिकिड़ो हिकिड़ो पॉइंट खणंदुसि। So today we will start and end with one. त चए थो the first noble truth, we are responsible for our own destiny. माना असांजे तक़दीर जो ॿियो केरु ज़िम्मेदार कोन्हे, असीं ख़ुदि पंहिंजो ज़िम्मेदार हूं। त हिनमें लिखियल आहे, टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट we do not suffer for the mistakes of others, we suffer mainly because of our own ignorance. अविद्या जेकी आहे असांखे, धारण जेको असां कयो आहे, and the choices that we make out of ignorance and the responses to life, that makes our destiny. So it is pointless to blame others for your misfortune and suffering. So if you point one finger at others, this finger points to you. So you should always look for answers within you, seek within, and then seek the guidance of masters. As satsang important hai, and take the blessings of elders, reflect on your life, and then rise. So the first is that you are responsible for your own destiny. Don't play the blame game for anybody. So our idea should be to blend with human beings and bond with them. And with this, we will conclude point number 1. Point number 2, I will take in the next episode. Okay, Karanji, now we can end, and you can end in your
महिरबानी महिरबानी तव्हांजी जाम जाम शुक्रिया। जीअं तव्हां त ह्यूमर जी ॻाल्हि ॿुधाई त अराउंड 2 महीना अॻु मां गांधीधाम मां ट्रेन में पिया आयसि त हिकिड़ी सिंधी माई हुई, उहा घरां हिकिड़ो दॿो हलवे जो ठाहे करे खणी आई हुई, माना सीरे जो। त उते हिकिड़ो माण्हू, उहा अञा पंहिंजो सामान वामान जमाए पई, कुंड वारी सीट हुअसि, त हिकिड़े कच्छी माण्हू हाणे चयसि, बाजी हलवा दो, बाजी हलवा दो। हाणे गुजराती में हलवा दो कच्छीअ में चइबो आहे कि भाई मूंखे हलण दे अॻियां। हीअ माई सिंधियाणी ॿुढी हुई, हीअ सम्झे थी कि माई खे हलवे जी ख़ुशबू अची वई आहे। हुन चएसि थी, बुआ तोखे ही हलवे जी ख़ुशबू किथां आई जो हलवो पियो घुरी? हू भाई वीचारो कुझु सम्झो कान आहे, वरी चई, बाजी हलवा दो, बाजी हलवा दो। हिन सिंधियाणी माई खे अचो लॻो गुस्सो, खयईं सीरे जो दॿो, खयईं हुनजे बूथ ते, वठि मुआ ही हलवो, वठि वञी करे खा, पंहिंजे ॿारनि खे खाराए। मां पंहिंजे पोटनि जे लाइ खयो, बम्बई में हुनखे खाराइणो हो, पर तोखे कुतनि वांगुरु अची करे सुगंध लॻी आहे, वञ तूं ई वञी करे खा। त केॾी महिल भाषा जी अहिड़ी मिक्सअप थो थी वञे इंडिया में, त असां जूं जेके ॿुढियूं मायूं आहिनि अॼु ताईं पंहिंजी सिंधी भाषा खे भाई हलवे खे उहो भाई सम्झो भई हलवा पियो घुरे, त हुन में मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग थी वई। त केॾी महिल हलंदे हलंदे बि ही प्रैक्टिकल असांखे जोक्स ॾिसणु ईंदा आहिनि कि भाई हू त वीचारो रस्तो पियो घुरे ऐं असांजी सिंधियाणी माई हुनखे हलवो पई ॾे। त अहिड़े टाइप सां बि हिकिड़ी जोक्स क्रिएट थींदा आहिनि। त मां तव्हांखे ही पंहिंजो हिकिड़ो पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस ॿुधायो कि भाई भाषा में केॾो फ़र्क़ु थो अची वञे।
Thank you very much.
असांजे विच में गुरुमा गीतेश्वरी जी आया ऐं होम्योपैथी डॉक्टर मनीषा खियाणी आई, श्रीमती रानी मोरियाणीअ अची करे असांखे वेडिंग रिचुअल्स जे बारे में ॿुधायो, ऐं मोहन जे दर जे बारे में शोभा नियालाणीअ असांखे एक्सप्रेशन ॾिनी। ऐं उन सां गॾु मां शुक्रगुज़ार थींदुसि श्री दादा दयालन हरजाणी साहिब जो कि जेके नवां हीरा सॼे विश्व मां ॻोल्हे करे असांजे विच में खणी था अचनि। त अॼु जो प्रोग्राम असां पूरो कंदासीं। उनखां अॻु हीअ हर दफ़े वांगुरु हिकिड़ी नंढी प्रार्थना मां चवंदुसि ऐं अॼु जो प्रोग्राम पूरो कंदासीं। हे भॻवान, असां सभिनीनि खे सुबुधी ॾे, शक्ति ॾे, निरोगता ॾे, पंहिंजो पंहिंजो कर्तव्य पालन करे सदा सुखी रहूं। हे भॻवान, असां सभिनीनि खे सुबुधी ॾे, शक्ति ॾे, निरोगता ॾे, पंहिंजो पंहिंजो कर्तव्य पालन करे सदा सुखी रहूं। हरिओम, शांति शांति शांति। ऐं अॼु जो प्रोग्राम असां हिते ई पूरो था कयूं। ओम शांति। जय झूलेलाल।